Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing, sir?
Good morning. Morning. You all right? I'm blessed, sir. You all right?
Oh yes, bless. You're right. Definitely blessed to see another day. It
Absolutely.
is Saturday. All righty, Saturday, February 4th, 2023, and we are having another wonderful Saturday. How's that weather up there, sir?
Who? I didn't hear you.
How's that weather treating you up there?
Man, it's like nice. It's real nice where you at, though.
That's my point. That's my point. We got the nice ice storm this week. Kids out of school all week. So they talking. They already sent the email talking about how they gonna try and make up the days with the hours and add additional time to the schedule and take away a few of the half a days that they got coming up. So yeah, it was a nice fun week in the Metroplex down in Dallas Fort Worth. So we're glad to see them go back to school. All the parents I've talked to are like, yes, back to school, back to school.
Back to school. Yeah, man, you just celebrate on a birthday, isn't it?
Yep. I'm 6 days away from turning 51. 51. So my
51?
dad told me the next chapter. The next chapter in my life, and I said, yeah, I plan on being here for a while, so I got to take care of myself and start eating better and exercising some more and taking care of my money because I don't want my money to run out. I don't mind it. I don't mind it stretching. That means I ain't got to give them to the children anyway, which was what I told them they wouldn't get nothing no way. So,
man, look at you. All right.
But before we go any further, we want to make sure we send prayers to the Cartier Woods family. He was a high school basketball player at Northwestern. He suffered a cardiac arrest, and so we want to send prayers out to his family for him and all the players in DPS because that's felt by all around in the whole Detroit metropolitan area. So prayers out to his family. And let's go ahead and get at it, sir. Right now, we're going to start our topic of the week. It is Super Bowl week, as voted by our illustrious people who keep up with the page and go and vote. They voted for this week for us to talk about the Super Bowl week. We have the Chiefs and the Eagles. We have the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles, led by Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts, two hurt quarterbacks going into the game. Jalen Hurts is still injured. You can tell it's pretty obvious that he's injured. His arm and his shoulder is limiting him. And Patrick Mahomes' foot and ankle is still pretty injured. And so they're saying this is a historic game. First time two black quarterbacks going up against each other. And also two Texas-born quarterbacks going up against each other. I didn't know that Jalen Hurts was from the state of Texas. I knew that Mahomes was. So this is they're both closer to the Houston area, and so this is something they really celebrate in the state of Texas. They, of course, I get to hear that all the time. Two Texas-born quarterbacks. You turn on the Texas sports news, and that's what they're talking about. So I'm excited for the Super Bowl. I think it's going to be a good game. I really do. I'm excited to see those two styles go against each other, offensive styles. Are they going to be? Is there going to be any defense in this game? If you ask me,
right?
You got the tough defense in Philadelphia and the fast-paced offense, fast break offense, and the Chiefs. Not quite like the greatest show on turf. Not quite like that because they don't have the running back to match. Right. But the receivers, but a lot of receivers are hurt, so that's slowing them down there. And you look to the other side for Philadelphia. Philadelphia is almost at full strength in terms of their teams. The biggest thing that the Philadelphia's dealing with right now is their offensive lineman, Josh Seals, won't be playing. He has a rape and kidnap charge. The first week before they even leave to go to Arizona. You don't hear about stuff like that until they get to the Super Bowl and start practice. There's always one person that get out there and act a fool and do something he ain't got no business. So I was surprised that as soon as Monday hit, that it came right out. And Philadelphia said, we're aware of the situation. He won't be playing in the Super Bowl. They pretty much handled it like Michigan did with their center. Well, not that you know, now he's not going to play. But the difference is Michigan still let him play. But that's neither here nor there. Also here and there. But so tell me what you think, sir. What's your thoughts on this bowl coming up?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, it's hard, man, because I'm thinking, what I'm thinking is, really supposed to be the Chiefs, or do it supposed to be Burrow, though? That's what you don't make that call, man. You don't make that call.
You talking about the push out of bounds call?
Yeah, you don't make that call, Mr. Official. No, I know it was cold out there.
It was too obvious.
You don't make that call.
They both had a foot on the white. Had it been a little, to me that was just too obvious. He had to make that call.
No, you don't make that. I know it was cold out there and it was getting dark and you was trying to get home and nah, you don't make that call, Mr. Felix. They could still be playing right now. No, you don't make that. You don't make that call. You just don't. But let's take his Mr. Slay. It's all about him. You got to figure. Look where he came from. The Detroit Lions. Mm-hmm. Is he going to go over there and get, once you get the microphones in your face, the real you come out. You know what I'm saying? Ask Marshawn Lynch. Look, I'm just here because I don't, we don't know what right. We don't know what Darius Slay might say. Darius Slay might be like, because of me. I mean, who knows who's to say he'll ever get back to the Super Bowl? I don't know. That's what we really got to be. Yeah, like this guy don't sit up. But other than that, you just don't. I'm still back on the opening statement. It's the official. No, you don't do that, man. Don't make that call.
It was too close. He was way too close. I'm sorry. They both had a foot on the white, so it was obvious.
Yeah,
it was
but
obvious.
you don't make
he had to make that call.
Seeing Joe Cool with the frames on, you don't make that call.
Well, it's just a 5-hour drive down 75. He had to go up to Detroit to get his Cartiers.
Right. The Buffs.
he got his before Cade Cunningham. He sported his before Cade Cunningham.
Absolutely. Then what's her name? Got a pair? Get a pair.
Who's that?
The mayor for. That's right. The mayor for
the governor.
The governor. Well, I'm talking about the mayor. The governor, right? Then they.
Yeah. She got that. Yeah. She had to pay him back. Because he said she couldn't accept it as a gift. She had to pay for him, or it would have been a campaign violation.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
When you're a Democratic governor, and when you and your legislature is fully Republican, they're gonna impeach her for something silly like that. So you got to hurry up and make sure you do the right thing.
Right.
So I understood that. Honestly, I'm looking forward to this. The game is it's on Fox. So you got Terry, you got JB, you got what's the other the old Oakland Raider guy. You got the guy from the Giants. The pregame.
Howie damn.
Yeah.
Howie Long.
But I'm worried
right now.
Howie Long. Howie Long. I'm concerned about the play-by-play. I never thought I would miss Joe Buck and Troy Aikman being at ESPN now doing Monday night. But I do like Greg Olson. But the guy who's paired with him, I don't know about that guy. So when I hear them as the number one team, Greg Olson does a good job. He's of course he knows the game. He gets the inside because he's respected as a player. But the guy who does the actual play-by-play, I don't know. They may to extend a one-day contract to Joe Buck like they're gonna do Tom Brady in New England so he can retire.
Him, the guy that's paired with Greg Olson or Chris Webber on TNT.
Who's worse?
Right.
I'm gonna say the guy on Fox, and here's why.
Man, no. Chris is worse. Chris, you see what happened? Chris ain't there no more, right? Okay. Chris is worse. Hey, man. You ain't take no class at Michigan?
Well, even if you didn't take class at Michigan, there's still a learning that you gotta go through your class. When you go to the different companies, they still teach you what you're supposed to know, and you still got to go in and do that. But
I stand corrected. It's somebody worse than both of them. I stand corrected. It's it just slipped my head. I slipped my man. What's the guy's name? I can't. It'll come to me. I can't even think of the guy. It just slipped my head. What's the guy's name? It'll come to me. Yeah, but Chris.
I almost forgot Chris, they got Gronk on the pregame too.
Scottie Pippen. Scottie.
Ooh.
Yeah, Scottie was worse than both of them.
Ooh. Scottie can't even speak a complete sentence.
You know what it was? I think like how we're it's okay. It's trying. You got your, but then when you're on a national broadcast, and then he tried to do the Chicago Bull broadcast, what do you think, Scottie? And then you got all them cameras zoomed in at you. I was like, wow. See, Scottie was the worst out of all that I have seen. Scottie was the worst out of all of them.
I had to agree with you on that. I'm like, Scottie, you sound like buckwheat, man. Calm down. It's gonna be okay.
In Central Arkansas, didn't have no communication classes. I guess I have no idea.
But like anytime they put you on camera, you got to go and do your study. You got to go in and you're supposed to do a practice run. Right. But I don't think they did it. I don't think they did that. Stephen A. Smith always talked about how when he started his first show, they just put him in there and he had to get on the mark and do it, live. He had never done it before. So it's possible. It's definitely possible.
Right.
All right, we'll make sure we click share. Make sure you get on the phone. Tell them that Felix can come out on the internets again. Don't forget to get the book, Gratefulness Journey, every day. Let me see if I can get this in camera. There it is. There we go. There we go. I don't get too much light in it. By this young man right here, Mr. Marcus Holmes. He's the Wiz and he lives in Oz. He's in the background. We're going to say good morning to that young man as well. Make sure you get that book on Amazon. As always, we want to make sure that our goal is to be the soul train of this generation, and we want to make sure we say hello to Miss Rochelle Weathers. She said, Felix, who you got? We're going to postpone that. We're going to do our predictions at the end, Miss Weathers, for the Super Bowl, and also want to throw in the fact that I am actually not in Dallas right now. I'm out in the seas. I am on a cruise, and I was lucky enough to get the Wi-Fi to work to get out here. So we're going to pray that it stays that way. We want to make sure we keep our show on track, whether I'm in Dallas and Detroit or out cruising. I'm enjoying myself, and I got to make sure we come back to the show because this is what we do, and we have a good time doing it. Make sure we bring it for you, the people who are and come out every Saturday morning and enjoy our show. We're going to move into the NBA right now. We had the Pistons, who are now 13-40, who had their last game postponed because they were snowed in Dallas, which is funny because I think my flight got out before their flight. Back in Detroit. Wow. They had to stay in Dallas overnight. They didn't get back to Dallas until Friday. They were supposed to play Thursday at home, and that game was postponed, and they're trying to figure out how they're going to make it up. It might be like the NFL. They might just be one game short. I don't think it's going to affect Detroit. The team that they played, it might affect them. I don't think it's going to affect Detroit for where they're going. They did. No, I'm sorry. They're 14-30. They won last night. They beat. Was it Sacramento? Was it Sacramento they beat?
No, last night they beat. They beat the Hornets.
Hornets. That's right. They beat the Hornets. Sadiq Bey hit a 3-pointer down the stretch, and they held on from there. I still think they, with a full roster, should be doing okay. They should still be doing better than what they are now. We've talked about that. I don't think we want to bring that horse back up because hopefully we buried the dead horse on that one. But hey, it is what it is. All-star rosters are set. Giannis and LeBron will be the captains. That game will be the next when we have our next show. It'll be the very next day after that, and they have all the All-Star Weekend dunk contest, 3-point contest, skills contest. And the only bad part about it is it's on tape delay. You already know who won each of the sections by the time they show it, especially the game, because they produce it so well where they put the basketball game in the middle of the 3-point contest, in the middle of the skills contest. So you already know what happened. But actually, the best part of the weekend to me is the futures game. To me, that's the best part of the weekend because those guys get out there and they ball and they have a good time and they tease each other. The futures game is they do the USA versus the world. I think that's the format they've had for the last 4 or 5 years. And those guys, they actually get out there and it's a dunk fest, it's a 3-point contest, and they actually play a little bit of defense in that game, believe it or not. But they get out and they don't contest any dunks. If you get your dunk, if you get your windmill or your reverse, they go and let you do it. They just run out of bounds, grab the ball, and push the ball up the court. And so I think to me that has been the biggest highlight for me for All-Star Weekend. We got the Celtics are the beasts in the East so far. They beat who was that by 50 the other night? They beat
Phoenix.
They beat Felix. No, they beat Phoenix. They lost, but they lost last night to the Pelicans. Was it the Pelicans? They played them back to back.
They lost to Phoenix last night. A couple of days before that, they blew out. They beat the Suns, and then they turned around and lost to the Suns.
Okay, all right, that's right. Because I turned the game on and they was up 20. National was up 30. National was up 40. Me and my dad sitting there like, what? what are they doing out there? And it wasn't. And they wasn't even. It was so effortless. Just watching them play, it was so effortless.
They don't.
And I watched the beginning of the game last night. No, they don't. They really don't. No, they who was it they played last night? No, they played the Nets last night. That's who they played. They played the Nets last night. They lost to the Nets because KD didn't. No, they beat. It was the Nets who they beat by 50, and
they beat the Nets by 50, right? And then they lost to the Suns yesterday, right?
To the Suns
correct.
Yesterday. Yeah,
correct.
Because they kept saying how what's that big Perkins gonna lead the set and go order some food. Talking about y'all wasting y'all time watching this game because Boston was gonna win. He literally sitting in the break room with food, and they put the camera on him. Talking about y'all wasting y'all time because I told y'all I was gonna have it even if KD had played. So that's one of his perks. Like to do stupid stuff from time to time, and that was definitely one of them. You don't lead the set, lead the rest of your work team out there like that. But hey, it makes for good TV, I guess. It makes for good TV. Nuggets are doing well in the West, even though they had those 2 trades. No, I'm sorry, not the Nuggets. The Nuggets are doing well. It was Salt Lake who made those trades, but the Nuggets are in first place right now, and they're doing pretty well. I got a chance to watch them, and because I've always something about those uniforms, even the new Nuggets uniforms I like. Going west and mining for gold, and so I guess that's how they got their uniform, got their nicknames. The Nuggets, go west, young man, and strike gold. So, what's your thoughts on the Celtics and the Nuggets right
now? Due to the fact we have to see what happens. I know with this Kyrie sighting there, but yeah, right now you would say Boston is the beast in the East, with Philly not too far behind. As far as in the West, and then, like I said, we still have to wait till because if Kyrie goes to LA, the odds gonna go a lot. Depending, even if they do get rid of Westbrook and Pat, they still bring out AD Kyrie and LeBron, watch how them odds go up. What are they now? Like 12? They're gonna go from 12 to at least 6,
24
7.
and 26 or something like that.
Like 20,
They're in
24 and 26. Right. So you got to figure if they do get Kyrie, D, and LeBron, and they got the guy from the Wizards that they got today. Yeah, the odds, they're gonna go up. They're gonna go up real good. But see, then now you gotta look at the net, because now you gotta say, well, Dennis Schroeder. Can Dennis Schroeder, when ever goes out, then you gotta figure one I forget the one kid's name, the freshman out of he comes back from his growing. That'd be kind of nice. That'd be something to be now. Yeah, Denver. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of Kyrie, he put in his notice again that he wants to be traded from the Nets, and I don't think they're going to stop him this time. I think they tired of him. He tired of them. I think it's a mutually agreement of we're going to shake hands. We're going to find somebody that's going to be that's going to benefit us as well as you. Maybe not you, but definitely us, because at the end of the day, it's about money and draft picks and what they can get back for, what they can command for them. And but what's helping the fact is Kyrie's playing, even though he's asked for this trade, he's been playing his butt off. He has been playing his butt off, except for when they went to Cleveland. Not Cleveland, but to Boston the other night. He's been this season. He's been playing very, very well. I think the fact that he has a coach that he actually probably respects in terms of Jacques Vaughn and the leadership. But at the end of the day, who knows what Kyrie's thinking? I don't think anybody knows what Kyrie's thinking. Because I don't think I can tell you this much. He's good in the community. He's good with the philanthropy. He helps out. But in terms of his basketball, what were you thinking? I don't know where that boy is. I don't know. And maybe we're not supposed to know. Maybe he's just supposed to go out and play basketball. Maybe that's what it is. And to wrap up the NBA, we got LeBron getting really, really close to passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I think he's at 67 points now. Within the next couple of games, he should pass Kareem. And everybody keeps saying, will Kareem show up for the ceremony? Or if it's at home, we come out and congratulate him, sort of like the passing of the torch. My guess is no. Kareem is not coming out. Because right now, him and LeBron keep beefing over the stupid stuff. Why? Right. I don't know. I don't know why. But, who knows? Only they know. And I don't think they know half the time about, it's egos. You got. To me, Kareem is right there, 1A next to Jordan in terms of the best, and then 1B would be Bill Russell. So you got Jordan, Kareem, Bill Russell right there. Then I would say fourth, in my opinion, is LeBron. It's LeBron / Kobe. You got to put them two together. I would say 2A and 2B would be LeBron and Kobe, depending on what your argument is for that day. Oftentimes, this is what we see in terms of this generation. We only see Jordan and LeBron, even though I got to grow up and see Kareem dominate, average 30 for years. But the average person, sportsman, doesn't see that. So hopefully they can figure that out. That's another one that Magic Johnson said that he was going to get them two together and sit it out. Magic should leave that one alone too. Well, if anything, I would see with that one. That one as opposed to Isaiah and Jordan. Leave Isaiah and Jordan alone. We talked about that before. Let them add that one. All right, moving into college basketball. Sean Miller is back at Xavier. I did not even know this. I've always respected Sean Miller as a coach. I actually met Sean Miller at Xavier when he was there years ago. When I coached at Denby, we had 3 athletes who were being recruited, one of which who actually did sign there, but he vacated his commitment down in Xavier back when Xavier was running the Athletic 10. They went to the Sweet 16. I think they went to the Final Four. I know they went to the Sweet 16 a couple times, and they put a couple guys in the NBA. And that's when the coach right after that, the coach left and went to Ohio State. Right before that, Sean went to Arizona, and the third assistant coach who I met, who had helped record recruit those kids we had took over at Xavier. They ran a solid program. Beautiful campus, beautiful area right there off of 75 down in Cincinnati. Right, close, not too far from Cincinnati University of Cincinnati, and they had a better program than University of Cincinnati. That was for sure, and they were great.
Right.
But now the Xavier is now in the Big East, and they are currently leading the Big East under Sean's tutelage, and so I'm glad to see that. Sean got caught up in something that everybody's doing: shoes and money and shoes. Before the NIL, of course. If this was the NIL time, he'd still be there. It wouldn't even be a question. It would be, but at the time, it was illegal. So he got caught on tape making a little offer, offering this, a little that, and somebody, of course, if somebody don't like him, that's what happens. They're gonna turn him in. And honestly, I don't get. I'm at the point now where I don't get mad at any of those coaches because that's the way of the world. It's been going on long before they ever got caught. This has been going on for years. It's been chronicled in books how they were making money. Michigan, UCLA, all the different programs where Miami, where the boosters come in and they give those handshakes, or you just find stuff in your locker and it be in the bottom of your shoe. It'll be in a nice, it'll be in your shoebox when you get your new shoes, stuff like that. And this is nothing new. This is nothing new. Apartments, cars, it's nothing new. It's nothing new. So I'm glad that the NIL is there, but I'm upset that the NCAA could have did something better long before that. They kept getting these contracts, and they're not cutting those kids in, and now they're mad that the kids are getting NIL and making money when you had an opportunity to control the narrative. When you let that alone, you let them go out there and handle it. That's what you're going to get. But hey, that's that. We've talked about that soapbox before. I know you're a Sean Miller fan from Arizona. How you feel about him being back at Xavier?
Everybody deserves a second chance, right? Like you said, everybody's doing it. It kills me when people say, like Coach Izzo, the tight ship and all that. Man, stop. He just ain't got caught yet. They all do it. He crosses T's and dots his I's. That's all. It's like eventually, because watch when once he leaves, watch, you're gonna start seeing all this stuff. It just kills me how they try to play like, and I have much respect for Tommy. So I think he's a great coach. He ever cheated? Sure, he has.
Yeah. I can.
When you
what? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, when I'm saying you're a high school star or whatever, Michigan State's not on your agenda to go play. You're not trying to get the most TV time where you're going to get the most exposure. Right. So that, right? Rocket Watts, right? That's why they left. Yeah. It wasn't about this system. But the knock on Steve is, the knock on Tom is players he let go. He let them have free will. Jason Richardson. What was the other guy named? Shannon Brown. Those players had green lights. Mo Pete, they had green lights. But then you wanted like when what was his name? The kid that won Mr. Basketball. When he went, you want to put handcuffs on him or something like that. Nah, every coach. Bill Self. He just came off a national champion. He had
to sit a couple games. Yeah.
So every coach. He ain't gonna tell you. Gonna tell me Kansas. Roy never cheated when he was at Carolina. Sure he did. You telling me Coach K never cheated? So that's just how.
Yeah, that's how it is. And I'm glad to see that the NIL is allowing them to be more open about it. It's still not 100%, but it's better because these kids make billions of dollars for these schools, football, basketball, baseball, those big sports, and those kids deserve to see something from it. Honestly, I know they're saying you're giving a scholarship. Yeah, but how far does that scholarship go when you blow your knee out and those scholarships aren't guaranteed, but year by year? They have to be renewed every year. They don't have to renew your scholarship if you hurt yourself or get hurt in the commission of playing. So I'm glad to see that they're able to do something. All righty, let's see here. We are moving forward. We're going to talk about women's college basketball. No, I almost forgot. Don't click click share. Get your book, Great for This Journey Every Day. We have lots of shows in the Love and Stuff diaspora. We got Love and Stuff on Tuesdays, Love and the Scriptures on Wednesdays. Let's see, there's a bunch more going on. I'm pretty sure Marcus is going to put them in the chat for me so I can read them and let everybody know to tune in to see everybody. We are doing our best to have our own little network here, the Love and Stuff Network. See how to put that out there. See, it's in there now. It's in the universe, and it's going to be great. And we're going to get out there. We're going to do everything in love. And we talk about sports in love. We got to criticize in love. We have to be criticized. So that's why we ask you to put comments out there. Let us know what you think, how you feel, so we can make things better every day. And also reply back how you feel. We talking about NBA. We talk about topic of the week. How do you feel about those things? So we know what's on your mind, so we can make things better. We can't make things better in a vacuum. We got to make things better and for the big picture for everybody. Women's college basketball. UConn jumped on Tennessee the other night. I watched Gino Auriemma. He's one of my favorite coaches because he's real. He gets up there on the microphone. He's real. He says the night before the game, I took all the phones from the girls. Give me your phones. Give me your phones. Give me here. Give me iPads. Give me your tablets. Give me your laptops. All that stuff. He said took all the electronics. The night before the game, he said they came in the next morning for breakfast. He said I've never seen a bunch of zombies before in my life because they didn't have what they normally have. They came in looking crazy, and I agree 100%. He said we just want you to be focused on the game, and they went out and took care of business. 84-67. Coming up tomorrow, we have UConn versus South Carolina. That's what number 2 in the country, South Carolina. UConn is currently number 5. They're probably going to move up. And then on the 12th, LSU, number 1 in the country versus South Carolina. Dawn Staley, I'm not going to say that this time. Dawn Staley, she ducks nobody. She goes out and she plays she plays those games. And like Tom Izzo does, she'll go out there, she play. She says we got to get exposure. We want to make the game bigger for everybody. And I'm going to put a team together the best I can. We're going to do the best we can. So come tournament time, we've been battle tested. She plays in the SEC. The SEC is better. There was a lot of years when SEC was the strongest women's basketball league, but you always got the Pac-12 over there, who I thought was always pretty good. With UCLA, USC, and Stanford were always great programs on that side. And the Big Ten, depending on the year, depending on what's going on. But of course, you got Iowa this year, the Big Ten, with those girls. Speaking of which, they announced the preliminary win list. Aaliyah Boston, South Carolina, Caitlin Clark, Iowa, Stanford, Cameron Brink, and LSU Angel Reese. Angel Reese is the girl with all the hair and the flare, and she wear the one leg sleeve. It's like she only wear it on one leg, and she got the nails and the makeup. She out there balling, putting up 25 a game. She like a balling Barbie doll out there, and she's the Osborne favorite this year to win the Women's Wooden Award list. Did we leave anybody off? Anybody we need to talk about a little bit more for women's college basketball?
Nah, that's accurate. That's about accurate. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to watching those games. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Then Caitlin Clark, she just don't have no help. If she don't. If she had some help, she just don't got no help.
Yeah, I agree. She 5'5", if that tall, out there passing out dimes like the guy that came out of LSU. What's the guy? The old school guy who he was the first to do this. an NBA game anyway. I'm
talking
pretty sure
about
they did on the playground.
talking about Chris Jackson.
No. Before him, the guy before him from LSU, the guy who used to average 40 a night. What's his name? Played in the NBA.
Oh, you got me. Who's that? 40 a night.
Yeah. A white guy. Back in the day, long time back.
You talking about Pistol Pete?
Yeah.
Oh,
She reminded me of Pistol Pete. Yes.
Okay.
She reminded me of Pistol Pete. So you're right. I wish she had some more people to help. If she had some more help on that team, they would go a lot further. She gets a lot of coverage. Her team is on TV a lot because of her. But she's a great story. But you gotta have some more help.
Right.
She she reminded me of, and I think about it. She reminded me of Dawn Staley back in the day when Dawn was at Virginia, and she needed another player to help them to get a little bit further. I'm sorry. Did I go back to Dawn
You gonna
Staley?
make sure you keep in the mix, eh? Boy, you better learn to sleep with one of them.
What's she gonna do? She all the way in South Carolina. Plus she gonna tell me no anyway.
I'm not referring to Don Staley. I'm referring to Miss Williams.
I know. That's my point.
Oh, that's the okay.
I'm pretty sure she. You still got eyes. You just can't be dumb enough to do something stupid. You got eyes. They see, and you got hands. Keep them to yourself. That's all.
I'm gonna tell you, lay on BMF. Wish me luck. Leave that alone, man.
I believe that. Of course. All right. Moving to the NFL. Tom Brady retires for the second time on February 1st, just like he announced before. And I think this time he's done. He had the look on his face like, yeah, I know I got to do it. I hope so too. I hope that he actually stays retired.
Yes.
I honestly do. At the end of the day, it's what's best for him. I can't say that Father Time has really caught up to him.
Right. When Bruce Arians left, he should have left. Mm-hmm. That's what you should have done it.
He should have left when he won that championship. When they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's when Bruce left. Right.
Yep.
When Bruce won, Bruce Arians turned it over to Ty Bowles. That's when you should have left.
Mm-hmm.
Should have left.
Yeah, you walk out a champion and you go about your life. Yep. You walk into the sunset literally with the trophy. And you sign your one-day contract like you're gonna do soon and go ahead and retire. Of course, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Definitely, that's going to be happening. If anybody don't vote against him, if anybody don't vote for him, I should say, they should probably take their card for being in the media. They take their media card for voting because he's definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer, 100%. Really quickly, we're going to talk about the championship games. Philly demolished the 49ers. They knocked the quarterbacks out. Purdy couldn't. They broke the elbow. He got to get Tommy John surgery. Josh Johnson, I think they just scared him off the field. They hit him so hard a couple times, and they had to finish with the running back playing center. They had to run the wing T or the jet sweep every play. They literally had nothing left. So it happened like that sometimes. And now they're talking about Purdy may never play again because of his injury. And you got now what they're going to do what they're going to do with the three quarterbacks on record. So we're going to see. We're going to see. The injury was pretty significant for his elbow. And so it's going to be something else. Now, but even more crazy was that Chiefs game. We already talked about being pushed out on the sideline at the end, which was what you thought should have been a good no call. I thought it was. I'm not saying I said it was a necessary call.
Make that call, Mr. Official. Don't make that call.
And you got the fun-loving tight end for the Chiefs going there, calling out the mayor, calling him a jabroni, doing his rock impression, talking about how his Arrowhead not Burrowhead, and it's Mahomes' house, and so we got a nice little rivalry now with the Chiefs and the Bengals. That's the first time they beat them in the last 3 years. So a rivalry all day. What they always say is it's not a rivalry unless somebody winning. Unless both teams are winning equally or close to equally. Right now, it was 1-3 over the last 4 games. So how much of a rivalry it is, I don't know. It's more of a trash talk rivalry than on the field. But we're gonna see what happens moving forward next year. Chiefs are definitely going to have to reload with some receivers. Hopefully, they can sign somebody within the rules between now and the next 8 days before they play the Super Bowl. So that's going to be tough for them because they got lots of injuries in their receiving core. I don't know who they got on their practice squad they can move up, but they haven't already moved up. And Philadelphia, like we said earlier, they're pretty healthy except for the quarterback. Quarterback's probably the least healthiest person. But those running backs look real good for Philadelphia. But can they get through the defense of the Chiefs? Chiefs defense is pretty good. That's been holding them up for the last 6 weeks of the season. And we got the Pro Bowl going on. One of our topics was should they even be a Pro Bowl nowadays? I'm at the point now where it may not be. It may need to be a Pro Bowl in name only. Maybe just a name only, where you get named to the Pro Bowl, you get your money, you go out, you have do they even need to have a vacation now? They stopped going to Hawaii, they moved to Vegas, they have a flag football game, a balloon toss, the quarterback skills. You know, it's almost like they're doing the combine all over again. It's like let's go watch the Pro Bowl combine. Let's see what's happening. To me, that's what it looks like. So that I'm a little leery about what's been happening with that Pro Bowl situation. And I know why they want to do it. They don't want anybody getting injured. The last time they did the flag football game, they did it in sand, and then one kid blew his knee out. The one rookie running back. So honestly, I'm in favor of them saying, let's just have it a name only. You make it. You get your check, you get your handshake, you get a polo shirt with this year's Pro Bowl insignia, and move from there. What you think, sir?
Yeah, I agree with you. It should just be it's like the Pro Bowl carnival. That's what it is. Because they're not even playing the game for real. If you're gonna play, what you say is. Before it was more like 2-hand touch, and they were in pads. Yeah. And then, like you said, they didn't move it. They just was looking at it like, okay, it would be a vacation because you were going to Hawaii. Now you're going. It's basically dwindling. So yeah, just get rid of it because that's what's going to end up at Star Weekend. Watch. You can get tired of seeing the same dunks and all that. If you appreciate something, you need to miss it. So you need to take away the dunk contest game. Make us miss it. And then we'll say, okay, yeah, let's bring it back. The NBA All-Star game weekend really should just be the 3-point contest. When would you ever seen, when would you ever seen assist Michael Jordan on a dunk? See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now you did something from the free throw line. You know, Dominique did what he did. Isaiah don't dunk from the side, took the ball through his legs. All this, you got ball on the little turnaround thing. Man, Nate Robinson, before he finally landed one. The dude, big fella, they called him Shaq. They called him Superman. He not throwing the ball. Robinson. Go ahead, man. Like, stop.
Dwight Howard.
This is like, stop.
Speaking of which, have you seen that video of him trying to check that big dude overseas? The big 7'7", 6" dude.
Yeah,
that
I saw that.
I'm surprised the guy just picked him up, put him on his arm, and just dunked the ball.
Right. That's why he's not in the league no more. It's 32 teams in the NBA. You can't make on one. And you're a former NBA champion.
Yeah.
Trash, man. Overrated.
Yeah. Well, we got 4 Lions that made the Pro Bowl: Golf, Ragnar, Sewell, and Amon St. Ra. So we send kudos out to them. And Alabama has the #1 recruiting class again. So we're going to see how that translate back. If that translate back to them winning the championship again. And at this point, we're going to take a quick pause for the calls because we got a whole lot of fun stuff to talk about in Stupid Sports News.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got 5 topics in about 12 minutes. Let's see if we can get through all of them. First of all, have you heard of the Hamlin conspiracy? The guy who passed out for the play for Buffalo. The conspiracy says that he actually passed away, and that when they took him in the stadium, nobody really saw his face, so they just wanted to geek everybody up in the stadium and geek the team up and say, "Hey, he's here to support you," but he really died. That's conspiracy that was the original conspiracy until they had to. They were so strong a conspiracy that the Buffalo Bills had to go and actually make a video of him speaking, talking, so they can debunk that conspiracy. Had you heard about that? Yeah,
No.
the Damar Hamlin, the guy who fell out on the field. Yeah, they said that he was actually there. They said he was really weekend at Bernie's, and they had him. They brought him back. They brought somebody who really wasn't him on that scooter in the snow to the stadium, and it got so much traction that they actually had to have him make a video about. I forget what the video was about, but it was basically just to show that he was still alive. He didn't mention any of that, but it was another topic they had him talk about.
Wow. No.
Yeah, that was right after the they talked about that after the Buffalo game when he lost to Cincinnati. So I just thought that was funny. I just thought that was funny. This was definitely Stupid Sports News. LeBron James in tears on the floor after getting fouled in Boston and not getting called. He's flopping around. I think myself, a player of your stature should have did what Jordan did. Went right to the referee and said, "I'm LeBron James. You need to make this call." Just like Jordan did when he got kicked out of that game one time. To me, that's more respect than him flopping around and hiding his face because he was in tears. Come on, LeBron, you too good for that. That to me, that was beyond ridiculous. Did you see that?
I did. Yeah, I also seen when Pat Bev took the camera out there to show him a tech. Did you see that part?
Oh, I didn't see that part. Pat Bev picked the camera up off the side and showed it to the ref.
And the ref gave him a tech. Yep. Ref gave him a tech. That's what I'm saying, man. Some of these cats, man.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. He came over to the ref with the camcorder. And the ref just happened to look like, are you serious? He gave him a tech. Yes, gave him a tech.
Wow.
Terrible.
Oh my goodness. I did not see that part. Oh my God. I did not see that. But I believe it. That's something that Pat Bev would definitely do.
Absolutely.
But you know, to me that would be worth it to me for him to do that because he's backing his teammates up. Why? Because all those years he fought against LA, for him to back LeBron up and his teammates like that. To me, I give him kudos because you know that was one of the knocks about him coming to LA of all those years, him fighting against LeBron, being and playing for the Clippers and the other teams. Will he be able to, you know, make himself a part of the team? So hey, I give him kudos for that. That's definitely stupid. That's definitely stupid for him to do that. The last person to grab a monitor, he got he threw it on the ground. That was what's the name, and they won't even let him in the Hall of Fame because he did that. The son just got the championship. He played for Golden State back in the day. What is his name? He was part of Run TMC. What is his name? Not Mitch.
Probably done by
Say it again.
Chris Muller. Or you
Not Chris
talking
Muller.
about Tim Hardaway?
Yes, Tim Hardaway. Yeah, he took and threw the monitor on the floor because they got a tech. And after that, they haven't let him in the Hall of Fame. I'm not saying he's not a Hall of Fame player. I'm just saying that that's been the rumor. That's part of it. Plus, he said some stuff about some people that they won't let him in the Hall of Fame. All right.
You know, he used to be assistant coach for the Pistons.
Now?
No, not now. He used to coach for the Pistons. Yep.
I can see that. I've always liked him. You know, he run his mouth, but he back it up. And you got to watch the interview he did with on Vlad TV with Oakley. Him and Oakley did an interview, and Oakley is a character beyond characters. I knew that. You know, you could tell that he got a little something going on, but you know he's special. That's the best way to put it. Charles Oakley is special. If you get a chance, pull that interview on YouTube. Charles Oakley and with the Vlad interview and with him. All right, here we go. Here's the biggest one in the game. Cincinnati and Kansas City. Tony Romo almost says the N-word. Did you catch that?
Yeah, I caught the video. Yeah,
I caught it live. As soon as he said it, I was like, "Ooh!" He almost said the N-word. Ooh! And I was like, "He right. There was 3 of them, but I don't know if they is or not." Look at this boy, and they just glossed right over it. They ain't say nothing about it. CBS won't even make a statement about it. They keep pressing CBS to say something about it, and he ain't said nothing. He ain't said nothing. They ain't said nothing, and I wouldn't either. I wouldn't. And when the next season come up and they make a mention of it, I wouldn't even answer that question. I would make a big stick about this isn't even worth talking about. This is just madness. How dare you accuse me? I take that role right there. That would be me. Knowing deep down inside, yeah, I almost said it like a big old dummy.
Right.
It was so clear. It was so clear. I thought that was just too hilarious that he was crazy enough to even bring that up. But you know, they getting away with it. He's effectively gotten away with it. All right. Something I'm so tired of talking about now is Jim Harbaugh. Is he gonna stay in Michigan? Is he gonna go? He has these he has some violations coming up, and it just came out recently that he did actually interview with Denver for the Denver job, and that the owner showed up in his private jet in Ann Arbor, and they actually did have an interview where and they basically saying that he's not trying to leave, he's trying to stay in Michigan, and he's trying to get his contract worked out. But Michigan hasn't said anything. The only thing they say is they're trying their best to keep him in Michigan. They expect him to be the coach here at Michigan next year. I expect him to be there too. But every year we talk about this. The last 3-4 years, him talking to NFL teams, trying to go back, possibly going back, and that hurts recruiting. You can openly say he don't want to be there. Why would you want to go to Michigan? I know they got the wing helmets. They got the 100,000 strong every year. They have been winning at the Big Ten. They won consistently in the Big Ten. But you can easily negatively recruit against them because of that. What's your thoughts, sir?
Agreed. Absolutely. You can, because if you're a 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, and you got your sights set on certainty about the coach. Why would you even interview? Like, he's spending the night at recruiting. Like, go some. And you already know how I feel about them people in Ann Arbor, man.
The people in
next
Ann Arbor.
Next to the Cowboys, they are the worst. The worst. Yeah, I know.
Speaking of Cowboys, there've actually been some word some word about the Dak Prescott not even coming back. They talking about somebody talking about trading. Now don't get me wrong. The owner didn't say it. It's been word in the city that maybe Dak's not the guy, that they should get rid of him. And maybe they should bring somebody else in. I don't see that happening because I'm not taking on that contract. I'm just not going to do it. But is he a top 10, top 15 quarterback? Yes, he is. I would say he is, but will he get you to the promised land is the question. They said Tony Romo was going to get him there, but he didn't. So, you never know. And also in Stupid Sports News, we got the Live Tour versus the PGA. Phil Nicholson says, why don't we have top PGA versus the top Live players? And then that'll help us put together the team to go to the World Cup. The plan is that right? Is that what they call the World Cup, for the Golf World Cup? They trying to right now the Live guys are quote unquote ineligible to play, and Phil Mickelson says that'll be a big draw. Everybody will want to see it because with everybody taking sides. I have to agree with him. I think that would be a great idea. That's a lot of showmanship, a lot of PT Barnum, but will it actually come to fruition? If somebody was smart enough, yes, but in reality, probably not.
Man, you're right. At the end of the day, that's what it's about. All right. So, I mean, some people play it for the love of the money. Tiger Woods turned it down. For the love. Look at he didn't go for the money. So I mean, it's hard to. I guess it's to each.
I know we talked about it before. The Live Tour, everybody saying that if you go over there, they'll make that blood money from the Saudis and how they make the money over there. But you got to remember how they make the money over here. Who a lot of those sponsors are people who were shady, people who got their money from nefarious ways over here. So you can't really say you can't go over there because of the way they did it. Their way was their way over here much better, or because we're Americans, we're better than them? I would say the answer is no. So I just say it's another opportunity. So if you got guys who leave the PGA, go play on the Live Tour, who are top athletes, that opens up spots for guys who may have aspirations to continue to play. They may not be able to make it, but now they're on the big stage against everybody. And that gives them an opportunity to shine and to be better because they've made the choice. They made the tour now because some other people have left. I always look at things like that. To me, it's not so much of a problem as an opportunity. And what's the opportunity for? So I think that's going to work out at some point with Phil and the PGA getting back together, but just probably not right now. All right, we are at the end of our show. As always, don't forget to go back and click like and share, call people, and let them know that it is here. It will be archived on the Love and Stuff page, as well as on our Sports Talk page. You can always go back and take a look at it and leave comments. And if you leave a comment, we will be more than happy to talk to you and leave a comment on your comment. And tell us how we're doing. Tell us how you like things. Don't forget to get the book, Gratefulness Journey Every Day. Don't forget to watch the other shows in the Love and Stuff Diaspora, Love and Stuff show, the flagship show, Love and the Scriptures. And there's a book that out. We have merch. All of that is on our site. So don't forget to go in there because everything that we do supports scholarships for kids. Don't forget that we have Super Bowl coming up, and we're going to quickly get this together. The QR code is there for our look at that. Who's those handsome guys on that sweater? Is that you? That you, Felix? I think that's me. I think that's you and me. Them handsome guys on that sweater. Go in and scan that QR code, and you can get yourself a sweater. There's a jersey dress, I think, in there. A couple different colors, different sizes for men and women. And it'll be drop shipped right directly to you. You don't have to come anywhere and pick it up. You have to worry about doing any of that craziness. But we just thank you. We are really grateful that you have the opportunity to come out here and hang out with us for today. As we get out of here, so Super Bowl prediction: Kansas City versus Philadelphia in Arizona. Who you got, sir?
gonna go with the Eagles, man. I say 37-24.
I think it's gonna be kind of high scoring as well. Right now, I'm leaning on the Eagles, but I got a feeling Kansas City gonna win. Right now, I got my pick is definitely Philadelphia, but I really am kind of leaning towards Kansas City circling the wagons and making the getting the victory. I say whoever wins it is going to be 28-25. And whoever was that just scanned that QR code, thank you so much. We really do appreciate you. And we're going to have a you pick 'em for the game, for the Super Bowl. So be on the lookout for that. Thank you so much. Be safe out there. Stay warm. And we shall see you guys on February 18th. Right? That's our next show. And have a great day, everybody.